In this video, we are going to solve one very famous algorithm, find pivot index. Let me explain you what is the use case here. So you have been given one array and you have to find out one index, one number from where all the left, addition of all the left side element must be equal to addition of the right side of element. So in this case, I am giving you direct answer. If you see this element, right? So if you add 1, 7, 3, it is the 11, right? If you add here all those 3, it becomes the 11. 1 plus 7 plus 3. And if you also add here 5 plus 6, so 11. So in this case, I can see this 6 is the pivot element. So this is called the pivot element. But I need the index. So what is the index of that? So index is 3. So I can say the output is 3. Take this example. So if you see here, I'm just straightforward giving the answer. So if you see here, this is the pivot index. How? What is the left side? Left side is nothing. So sum of the left side is equal to 0 and sum of the right side is equal to 1 plus minus 1 is equal to 0. So in this case, this 2 is the pivot element and the index is 0. So I can say output is 0, right? In this case, if you see here the same element but in the different sequence, you could not find out any such index where left side and right side elements are equal after addition those elements. So in this case, if you see, if you suppose consider this is 1 is an index element, then addition of this is the 1 but left side is nothing. If you consider 2 is the pivot index, so left side is the 1 and right is equal to minus 1. It is not possible. If you think this is the pivot index, so left side is the 3, right side is no. So we cannot able to find out the pivot index in this given example. So I can say output is equal to minus 1. If you could not find out the pivot, you have to return the minus 1. In this case, here too, I think here also there is no any possibilities. So return would be the minus 1. Let me check this one. So here is the 2, 5. Okay, yeah. So if you can see, this is the pivot element, right? How? 2 plus 3, 5. 5 minus 1, 4. So this side addition is also 4. This side addition is also 4. So this is the pivot element. And what is the index of that? Index is 3. So output would be the 3. This is the use case. How you are going to solve that? So if you take the first example here, this one, let me discuss with this example. So there are the many ways to solve that. One is the very basic way to solve. What we will do, we will run the data from 0 index to the nums length. And this is my first index, right? Pivot. So you are here. So then do one thing. From here, you run the another 2 for loop. One for the left side and one for the right side, and take the sum of the left and take the sum of the right side and check if left side equal to the right side sum, you can return the index I, right? You can return the index. But if you see the complexity is high, right? So this is obviously the O(n) square because there are the 2 for loop is running on that. So this is, we can further optimize and we can directly jump into the one of the good approach. Why you should add the left side and the right side both? So the basic thing is that before we start the code, you take the sum, and sum would be have the of the all the element. So in this case, sum would be the 8, 11, 11 plus 7, 11 plus 6, 17, 70 plus 5, 22 and 28. Right? So 28, right? So what I will do, first we will keep the left sum is equal to 0. If you want to consider from here, if you take the first element here, so right now for this index, what is the left sum? Left sum is 0, nothing is there. And what is the right sum? Right sum is equal to total sum minus the first, right? So minus the nums I. If both are equal, I can say it's okay, we can return the index. If it is not, then what I will do, I will increase the, then I will check this element, right? In that case, for the 7, if you consider the 7, then what is the left side sum? Then left side sum would be the num I, right? Because this first element, and then this I should be minus from the right side, right? So we will do the right sum minus this one. That might be a vague kind of things. Let me take one example how it works, and then we will see if something have to update in the code. So this is the basic logic. So what I will do, first you write one method, and that method will return the sum of the array. That's okay. After that take one variable, that is the left sum, keep the 0, right sum, time being keep the sum. So now according to this case, left sum had to be 0 and right sum would be the 28, right? Iterate one from 0 to all the elements, when okay. Now, so we are in the first element. So for the first element, obvious, if 1 is the pivot, then left is the 0, but right side all the element except the first element, right? If you see this is the pivot element, then left side is nothing and right side is from here to here except this one. So you have to correct your right side. So what you have to do, right side minus right side sum minus current number. So in this case your right side become the 28 minus 27. Now we have the left side 0, right side 27. Now check, if left sum equal to right sum, then and there itself we will return the index I. If that is not the case, then it will move the I become the here. In that case, my left sum should be increment by the first element, right? So then you have to do the left sum equal to left sum plus num I. Okay, let me check. So now once it is go up, right now I is equal to 1, 0. In that case, sum is equal to 0. This become the 27. That is not the condition correct. This left sum become the plus 1. So it become the 1. Now I is equal to 1. I become here. Start from here. So right sum is equal to right sum minus num 1. What is the num I? Num I is equal to 7, right? So you again minus 7. It become the 20. Is 20 equal to 1? No. Again it will come here. What is the left sum? Left sum increased by the num I. Num I is 7. So it become the 8. Again it will go up. I is equal to 2. Num I is equal to 2 is equal to 3. Right sum will be minus by the num I. Num I is 3. So minus 3. 17. This 17 equal to 8? No. Then come here, left sum will increment by the num I is 3, so this become the 3, 11. Go up, I is equal to 3, 3 means 6, so this become the 6. Come here, sum should be reduced by the current num I is 6, so 17 minus 6. Now check, left sum is equal to right sum, yes. Left sum is equal to right sum because left side is the 11 and right side is also L1, and then we return the I. What is the I? I is equal to 3, and you will get the answer. Okay, so let me see in the code how it works. It's very easy things, you can solve in many way, but let me do the code and show you. So what if you do, first make one method that will return your sum of all the elements, right? You can pass the array, and here you take one variable, and then you no need to take any index, right? You can directly take the sum of that. The sum equal to I. It will return you sum of the elements. Now come here, we take one variable left sum that I will keep on 0 as we discussed. Right sum, starting time, call this method and pass this array. Now we have the right side, we have all the sums for the element, and then we will start the loop and go to the all the elements, right? And first I have to reduce the right sum because I have taken the total element, sum of the total element of that array. So minus equal to the current element, right? I do the minus here, or you can also do the right sum equal to right sum minus those things. I keep the sum here, and now if you check left sum equal to right sum, then here only we return the index. Otherwise we have to increment left sum, right? We have to increment left sum. You can add num I think num I. Yeah. And if it is not able to find any pivot index, they will return -1. That sufficient should work, but we check whether working or not. So should work. So it is saying that sum is equal to some typo is here, right? Yeah, it's working fine, right? And also what you can do, instead of this having this method, you can use the Java 8 functionality, and here we can directly call the arrays dot stream, and you pass your arrays and put the sum. It will give the sum, so you can save one method, no need to add the method here. Okay, that should work. Yeah, and submit the code, that should work also. Let me just wait for submitting the things. It should work. I have already tested. You can see this is the good result, you can get it. And if you you just check whether this who is giving the good result, whether having this method or writing one separate method for the sum, right? Thank you very much.